Ever wonder what it's really like to post every day while juggling life? Stay tuned and find out. Let me give you a glimpse into that craziness. Now, a couple videos ago, I had a mini meltdown. Sorry about that. It's just, this is craziness. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. You know, life is, we're trying to make the best of it. There's so much stuff going on, so much negativity, so much worry and concern that it's clearly it affects many people, many different ways. And even those of us that aren't usually affected that much can get caught up in it. And I think that's what happened. It was just overwhelm of the events of not only the stress of posting to YouTube daily, but, you know, trying to grow the channel, trying to provide as much value as possible, trying to do the things that really work, and then also trying to market the digital products. I mean, I really had no idea, and this is insane. I'm in sales. I should have known that this was going to be so involved. You know, I guess I kind of thought, well, I'll make the digital products, I'll talk about them in my long form videos, and then everybody will just flock to get them because I'm going to give such a great description and they'll see why they need them. And that's not the way it is. That's becoming apparent as I have no sales, and that's okay, because I know I need to get better. I mean, and that's also hard. It's not hard to admit. It's just hard to accept that the reason I'm not being super successful right now is because of me, because I'm not good enough. Now I'm getting better. And it's almost part of it. It's like an internship or your rookie season. You know, the rookies, except for a few exceptional, it takes them a while to learn. I guess I almost feel like a quarterback that is an A-list quarterback, goes in the first round. Everybody expects him to just do amazing things, and then he gets benched for the first year. But he's learning like underneath Tom Brady. So I have a bunch of Tom Bradys I can refer to. You know, Gary V, Mr. Beast, Ryan. There's so many, and there's good quarterbacks or YouTubers that I can also look at, and I have so many tools. I've got SocialBee and Content 360 and Opus Clips and CapCut and vidIQ. And like a rookie, sometimes I forget how valuable that is, because, you know, the older quarterbacks, like Terry Bradshaw, they look at these tools that everyone has. They're like, geez Louise, I would like to have that information. And same with the YouTubers. I'm sure Gary V, Mr. Beast, they think, I would have killed if I would have had those tools so much earlier. And they probably would have. And which, in an odd way, almost puts more pressure on the newbies to be doing better, because we don't have it quite as difficult as they did. But our difficulties are different. And they're not worse. But even though we have all these tools, there are other difficulties that they didn't have to deal with that we're now finding. One of them being reach. I mean, there's so many people on YouTube now. To really stand out, you really got to be on top of your game. You got to provide value. You got to be entertaining. You got to have a message that people not only can relate to, but are interested in. All this stuff can kind of add up into one big stress ball. So you got to be sure to give yourself a break. Remember the small wins and the big ones. I mean, I'm up to 30 subscribers, up from like 14 2 weeks ago, and it's because of YouTube Shorts. So I need to remember, if I want to grow my channel, I need to do some YouTube Shorts. Quality YouTube Shorts that people are going to watch. But I haven't had time. I got other things going on. I can't devote the time I need to it, which is equally as frustrating. And it's not that it's not important to me, so I'm not making time for it. Just I gotta prioritize what I'm doing. And unfortunately, at this moment, there's a lot going on. But there's not, along with the fact that there's not a lot going on. So real estate picture-wise, it's slow. I got realtors reposting existing listings that have been on the market for more than 6 months, and they're trying to improve those. So reshoots, which, you know, there's a cost involved, but not like an original shoot, but it still takes a significant amount of time for me to get all that stuff prepared. And, you know, the economy is a little crazy right now, at least in Florida. I don't know about anywhere else. Everybody's afraid. This government shutdown is not making too many people happy. And it's scary for a lot of people, especially if you're watching the news. And even getting the correct news is like a challenge now. I mean, I don't watch national or local news just because it's so dramatic and so sensational, and half the time it's not what they say it is. It's clickbait, so to speak. So a lot of times I'll get whatever I'm thinking about from YouTube, and something pulled up about the Canadian tariffs and how 5 Republicans split with Trump and then went with the Democrats. But then on the very top is like, this video was used with AI. It was enhanced with AI. And I'm thinking, well, did that really happen or not? Because you just don't know. 80% of the stuff on YouTube is AI enhanced and possibly didn't really happen. Same with the hurricane. You know, I see these pictures, I see the videos, and I'm thinking, all right, now, is this one real or is this one fake? There's one where a dog walks up to a door. It's not in his hand, it's in his mouth with a gun. It actually goes off. That one got me. I really thought it was real. My kids swear it's fake. But that's the sad thing, is that we don't know the difference between reality and truth or fake. And to find that out, you know, so for the tariff thing, just to prove a point, not that I cared one way or another, I went back into my Google News feed and looked to see if there were other stories about this vote, and there were. So it was actually a real video. But it took like 10 minutes to figure out that the story was true, whereas it used to take 30 seconds. So we're competing with that too. People that aren't for sure that what we're saying is true, or what we're showing is real, or what we're talking about will really work. They already were thinking, well, now, is this really gonna work or not? And so that's why the authenticness is so important. You know, Gary Vee, I watched one of his videos yesterday, and he talked about how we're gonna be putting our phone down. Yeah, because we're exhausted, because We don't know what's real and not real. And it's frustrating. So a lot of times I'll use my kids as barometers. The fact that they care or are frustrated that you can't tell if something's real or fake on YouTube or on the news is pretty telling. You know, you got people like my mom, an 85-year-old, who just doesn't understand that she thinks everything that comes over her phone, text-wise, is probably fake, which is true. So now anything that comes over the phone is fake, and you know, that's not necessarily the truth, but I guess better safe than sorry. And along those lines, you just give up and you just want to escape from it. So maybe this new AI, they're the turkeys. You guys, Thanksgiving's coming up. You better be careful. Yeah, I know. Things are stupid. They just walk out in front of cars like, hit me if you want to. Like they're made of steel. Kind of funny. But they're, you know, to get back to the point, making videos every day is an effort. And, you know, if you got a lot of stuff going on, try and get 1, 2, 3 ahead. Even if you're making them 2 or 3 times a week or once a week, getting one ahead will take a lot of mental pressure off you. And then continue to try and make them better. But if you don't, know that even if you put a bad one out, you can still learn from it. You can analyze it and say, oh, I don't want to do that again. That didn't work, or whatever it is. But there's always a way to make it better. So remember that too. So back when I was a couple videos ago, when I got so overwhelmed, you know, I'd had a bad day. I forgot my mom's pills, an important pill for her. We keep them all in like a little lazy Susan tray, and it fell off the tray. I didn't notice because I was so busy, preoccupied with other things. And I had a lot going on, got the brain injury kind of creeping in. I'm tired because I'm stressed because I'm worried about all this stuff. That doesn't help. I'm not eating right. That doesn't help. And then I'm trying to get the flights in the haste before those flights disappear. So there's some stress level there. You know, I tried it probably all night the night before, and the flights were available one day or at 1 second and then not available the next. It was very frustrating. But it was important because we needed to get those flights. Finally got the flights, then realized that I made a mistake and I was coming from Brazil twice rather than going to and coming back. Realized that during the complicated visa application. And on the visa application for Brazil, if you know you're going somewhere and are in need of a visa, this Brazilian visa lasts for 10 years. Why I didn't know. One, how long it lasts. So check to see how long your visa will last, for one thing. And then if you think there's a chance, and when I say chance, I mean like you know you're going to this place, get the visa now. I'll have this visa for 10 years, don't have to worry about it anymore. But now I'm waiting, like day 3, 2 or 3, waiting to see if my visa is going to get approved. And you're dealing with another country, they don't have the sense of urgency that the US often does, or at least used to, when it comes to filling this stuff out. All I did by not filling that visa out earlier was just added stress to my life. Having to do it over again, I would have filled out the visa 2 weeks ago when I knew we were going to Brazil. Stupid on my part. But it's filled out now. and got my mom's medication fixed. She's fine. She's had her 85th birthday. You know, some days she says, what if I can't make it to Hawaii? We're taking her to Hawaii because she's always wanted to go and never been. So we're taking her to Hawaii in February. And you know, the way airline tickets are and stuff, they're non-refundable unless you pay double. Hawaii tickets, the trip is expensive. So the idea of paying double no matter what isn't ideal. So I was telling her, you know, oh, you're going to Hawaii. And she is going to Hawaii. She'll be fine. She's healthy right now, which is also part of the frustration of a couple days ago, is that I don't want to be the reason she's no longer healthy. And the smallest of things could really put an imbalance, start the imbalance cascade that could have very negative consequences. I mean, we just got her to where she was hydrated correctly again. So I decided to withhold her medication so she doesn't sleep correctly. But so she's like, what if I can't make it to Hawaii? I'm like, you're gonna make it to Hawaii. And then the other day she's like, my mom lived to be 99, I'm gonna live to be 99. That's a long time for her to be living with me. That's 14 years. But it's so great to see the joy that Drake brings her, and just be around all of us bring her, and how happy she is. She's had such a challenging and rough life. I mean, what I'm going through is nothing. She's been through craziness. So there's that. But it all plays into trying to get this stuff done and reacting to what we have to deal with the best we can. And that's all we can do. We can only do our best. If we do our best, it should be enough, because we did our best. We weren't capable of producing more at that time. Now, step back, things get slower, things calm down, and things might get a lot better, and we'll be capable of more. But right now, this is all we got, and that's okay, because that's the way it is. We have no choice. It has to be okay. So that's kind of a look behind the scenes. We got the death certificate with the ready seal, so we're ready to go. She's going to the passport agency today, has an appointment tomorrow morning in Miami. I'm letting her and her mom handle that one, because it's just checking a form, and we'll see where it goes from there. So I hope this is helpful to you if you're just starting a channel and just starting to grow. Hang in there. It gets easier as things go on, and we learn every day. That's the greatest thing about life. So hang in there, and we'll talk to you very soon.